Let us understand probability. To understand probability, we need to first understand some basic building blocks of probability. So, first of all, let's understand what is an experiment. An experiment is an activity or measurement that results in an outcome. For example, we can toss a coin, that's an experiment. We can roll a dice, that's an experiment. The sample space in an experiment is the enumeration of all possible outcomes of the experiment. Again, the example is head and tail in tossing of coin, and the value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 when we roll a dice. So these are all possible outcomes, and that's what is our sample space. Event is a subset of sample space we are interested in computing the probability for. Example, we want to know what is the probability of the event that a head comes up in tossing the coin, or an odd number shows up when we roll a dice. Now, with these three basic building blocks understood well, now we can define the probability. So probability is a number with an event between 0 and 1 that indicates a chance that event will occur. This is within the context of experiment. Now, as regards the sample space is concerned, we have several possibilities of sample space. One, sample space can be enumerated. In that case, we have different way of computing probability. Another case, when sample space cannot be enumerated. And third possibility is sample space extent is unknown. So let us look at these three scenarios in which we calculate the probability. So first one is the theoretical probability. Here we don't have to actually conduct an experiment. We can theoretically conduct the experiment or enumerate all possible outcomes, identify the outcomes of the event in which we are interested in, and then calculate the ratio of the occurrences favoring our event to all possible occurrences. Let's say coin toss. In such a case, if you want to know the probability of getting a head, is in a coin toss there are two possibilities, head and tail. The event of our interest is getting a head. There is only one occurrence out of the two possible occurrences, so we have a probability of 0.5. On the other hand, when we cannot enumerate the sample space, so we take an empirical approach. We actually conduct the experiment practically to determine the probability. So in a manufacturing process where the products are being produced at a large scale on a production system, so we want to know what is the probability of getting the defective. It is impossible for us to enumerate the entire sample space because the products keep getting produced on and on and on and on. So for a certain time frame, we look at the number of products emerging from the production line and count the number of defective products in it and arrive at the probability what percentage of products are defective. That's our chance of getting a defective product in a production line. Third one is the situation where it is little difficult to either conduct empirical experiment or a theoretical enumeration. So we take a subjective approach. So here we make an educated guess to arrive at the probability. For example, a investor predicting the stock prices on market condition. So for a given price, we assign the probability based on the past experience and the wisdom gathered by someone who is a practitioner in that space.